Cool. All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to Chad's Home. Today we are sitting here with the Licks, all the way from Hesperia, which is like Barstow area. High Desert? That's what you...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. For those who don't know, it's like on the way to Vegas from Los Angeles.
Nailed it.
Seriously. Yeah.
Good
That's
job.
the description we give to everybody who goes, what's the high desert?
I'm from Corona, Riverside,
Oh,
so
okay.
like I'm from the IE. One of my really good buddies went to Apple Valley. I grew up in Apple Valley, so yeah, I'm pretty familiar with the place. But is there, so what, you guys come down to the IE then, like Corona and Ontario and stuff, as fans of music, to go to like backyard shows and see music?
Well, in my case at least, and Paul's, I think, I had never even actually been to a real concert until I was already in the Overstreets, which was our first band.
Oh, yeah.
So I think my first concert was like in 2016. Like I went to see Pierce the Veil and I was so stoked.
Nice.
So like
Where's that at?
It was in Hollywood at the
Okay.
Palladium. And it was super awesome. And like since then I've kind of fallen in love with the show thing, but like by the time that I was going to see shows, I was already playing them. So it's a strange, like, I think the only other show I'd ever been to was like his old band, and there was like me and his mom were there. That was about it.
No, yeah. Chad definitely kind of pushed us all more into the scene of house shows as well as like concerts in general, because almost the same thing for Jimmy was with me. Is I didn't go to my first concert until I was 17. Like my family, they're not the like music type of family, so I never was really brought up with that, but it was something that I was getting into, and within 8 months of me seeing my first concert, I was playing the venue I saw my first concert at.
Oh, wow.
And so that was like one of the most surreal things, as well as one of the most odd things, to be like, oh yeah, I've always wanted to be in the music scene, and I've never really seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Overstreets did Chain Reaction, and then they did
The Glass House.
The Glass House, and then that was the first venue I went to for a concert. And then right as the Licks were kind of formed, we played like local band night at the Glass House.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. I say it all the time, but the Glass House is my favorite venue in Southern California. I just like love that room.
It's a
so
beautiful
much.
room.
It's pretty cool.
So that's pretty sweet that you kind of went there for the first time. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
Yeah.
8 months later, we're already on stage. That's crazy. And then another of my favorite venues, and I think I speak for the majority of Los Angeles, is the Troubadour, which is like insanely historic, and you know, Elton John and all of these people. How was it playing there? Because you guys just opened for someone, right?
Yeah, in December we opened for the Rex.
Yeah.
And oh my God, that was an experience.
Yeah. Going into that show, the Rex were my favorite band. So, like, I had already seen them twice in LA before that show happened, and I emailed them, and I was like, this will never happen, but I might as well email. And they got back to us in like an hour. I was on my way to work and got a call from like either him or Thomas, and was like, we just got a DM from Nick Anderson. Like,
Wow.
and I was tripping out. And so for me, like, that whole experience has been definitely like one of the best of my life. Just like walking in and seeing people that like I'd seen on interviews and like admired, and it was strange. So I was kind of like glazed over the whole time.
Yeah.
And only afterwards, like, seeing how many like friendships and opportunities have come out of it, it's just like I really appreciate the Troubadour for just like how amazing that was.
Yeah, it really helped us make the realization that like this could really be something for us. Like, we've always loved, all of us have always loved music, and we've always loved playing music, and we've always wanted to be musicians, but we didn't really start, I feel like we really didn't start to realize that until the Troubadour, because it was like, wow, like, it's not the biggest venue in the world, but everybody,
500,
like 500 cap, but everybody and their mother that was ever somebody has played there and made like a mark on history there. And so that for us being like our first big show was like, whoa.
Yeah. Right.
No, yeah,
Not that
that
I
one
didn't like-
definitely like really stuck out to us
Yeah.
because that was just like, oh wow, we hit up this band and they actually responded to us, and
Yeah. Do you guys? So you obviously still do that. Does everybody reach out for shows and reach out to bands, and kind of everyone does the business side of things?
It's kind of cool because it's been more of a homie fest than it has been like a professional business-esque thing. It's just been like, hey, we like your music, you want to play with us? It's like, yeah. And then we do the same thing with other people, like, hey, we like your music, do you want to play with us?
Very cool. Yeah. Have you guys found any diamonds in the rough, or any very up and coming bands that you want to put on the map?
Not from England. Snare Noise,
Reclaim,
Jaden Padilla, Dog Martin, Lo-Fi Cowgirl,
This was the
Juniper
correct
Park,
question.
Cell Damage, Corolla, Nepo, Living Room Routine. These are all our homies.
That was
That's amazing.
Actually, one of the people that I love, you just had on, Archer O.
Yeah.
We played a show with them at the Constellation Room, and then a few weeks later, our van had broke down, and we were having a show to raise money so that we could fix the van. And we hit them up, and they're like, "Yeah." And they are like legitimately one of the most low key but most talented bands we've ever played with.
Yeah. Okay, I just had Not From England on this morning, actually. Yeah.
Dude, they're so damn good.
Super cool kids. Yeah.
They're
What?
They're good.
We're playing Minor League Music Festival. They're
Right.
gonna be there. Well, actually, I think they're gonna be there the day before us, but we're on the same festival.
Yeah. Actually, Aaron, shout out to Aaron, our video guy. He was the one who turned me on to Not From England because of that, because he's going to shoot it. Yeah.
oh,
Sweet.
But yeah, and one thing that I think is really funny about, I don't know what like meme account is, the licks spam.
oh yeah,
the
like spam.
Yeah.
Mm.
What's your guys' favorite meme that you've seen of the licks?
I have. Am I allowed to curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna say heck. Brace yourself.
Someone made a meme, like mixed Lavender Kiss with one of my favorite vines, and it's just the intro to Lavender Kiss, and then it's the vine that is I want you to fuck me, Jerry. Why won't you fuck me? And I adore that. I can't even remember what context it was in. It was like,
It was the meme contest.
No,
right?
I know, but like, no, not contest. The context, like, what part of the song? I can't.
I just want you to.
Oh, I just want you to fuck me, Jerry. That's what it was.
That's pretty great. Yeah, the one I saw, I forget what the intro was, but it was like the guys like moshing super hard and like banging on the ground over like one of the slower songs.
Oh yeah.
That was good stuff. So last night somebody joined you on sax.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Rylan.
Rylan. He is part of Juniper Park.
Yeah.
He's the bassist in Juniper Park. They're incredible, but he's like a big time homie of ours, and we've been like hanging out and jamming for quite a while now. And it was, I believe it was Chad's idea when after a while after we wrote a song called Secret Scenes to have Rylan jump on there, because Chad was like, I have this horn section in my head, and Rylan needs to be there.
Good, like homie could. I was just playing him. I don't know. There's musicians that you could just play them something and they'll immediately just pick up on it. And Rylan is like super. That's him. And I just piano parts. I would just shoot him piano parts, and just instantly he got it.
Yeah.
He learned. He learned he learned Winona Forever's song. I think he played Keep Cool with them.
Yeah.
And he learned it like 10 minutes before their set.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And did like a solo over it and everything.
What?
He's talented. Rylan is one of the most talented musicians in the high desert.
Yeah.
For sure. That dude's crazy.
I hope he doesn't take offense to this. Like, I knew he was a killer bass player. I'd seen Juniper Park play like 100 times, but when I heard that he played sax, I was picturing like, oh, he played sax in high school band, and I'm like, yeah, I bet he kills it at Hot Cross Buns. And then I heard him for the first time playing on Secret Scenes, and my jaw was just like,
Yeah,
I couldn't even believe it.
The first time he played with us was at the Troubadour, And
Oh, cool.
right before we were leaving for the Troubadour, we were at Paul's house and we were practicing in his living room, just quick going over stuff. And Rylan started playing the sax part, and I had never heard it. And I was like on the verge of tears, because it was just like this moment where it was like, yeah, we have this band and it's really cool, and we got like guitars and drums and keys and stuff, but like we got this smooth ass sax just
He's the man.
like almost crooning to the
Right.
song.
Is he going to be featured more in some of the recorded music?
For sure.
going forward?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That'll be cool. That'll be exciting. So is it tough to find time to songwrite when you guys are playing so many shows and on the road, and I'm sure you work and all these things? Is that kind of the biggest struggle, is finding time to get together?
I don't know. Like, we're together a lot, but normally there is something more pressing, I guess. Like, either we need to practice for, the show tomorrow,
Yeah.
or we can't get everyone together. So songwriting's been pretty difficult. So I think in the future we're setting aside like a large chunk of time to get together and actually write and do nothing else
Nice.
Yeah.
for probably like 4 weeks. But that's a large chunk of time in
We
time.
we really want to be able to put out a good amount of music, so that I guess a short attention span amount of music, where we'll be able to put out a few songs here, put out a few songs there, and then give a larger project more time to like really simmer and cook, I don't know,
Yeah.
and then release that and have people still be excited and not be like, the Licks made music, they kind of fell off for a while. We're hoping that we do it within enough time where it's like, hey, like, I've been waiting for this. This is nice. It's
Right.
nice to get it.
Yeah, I was going to ask if like Nikki and Avery were leading into a bigger album, but at the moment, is it just going to be a couple more singles and then potentially an album?
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Nikki is definitely leading into a bigger project, but there are going to be a few things in between that we're talking about throwing in.
Nice. Yeah. It was cool to see Nikki like really pop off last night. Like everyone was like singing,
Yeah, it
and
was
like
crazy.
I love seeing that with the newest songs. Did
And
you
it's-
guys feel that energy as well?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It's so exciting. I mean, for me, it's really exciting because it's one of my favorite songs to play. But the thing that excited me the most was we had a tip jar at our merch table, and it was votes for Nikki, Avery, and Bailey, like which girl is best, because we have 3 girl named songs. And Nikki got the most votes, and I was like, epic.
It's also exciting just to see fans like the new music, because it's really honing in on more of like what we're starting to go for, or like who now we are growing into as musicians, as to where like our EP was definitely us, but we've started to grow a lot more as musicians since then, and we're hoping that when we put out the new music that people wouldn't be off put and like, oh, this is a
Right.
little different than what How Much More was.
Yeah, it's always refreshing, and just to be well received like that with the new tunes, I imagine. And switching gears a little bit, just back to the live thing. Where are the best crowds for you guys? In OC, LA, San Diego?
San Diego.
I keep hearing that. That's like from a lot of other bands too. Like I
Our
didn't know San Diego was that hardcore of a scene. I like it.
It's crazy. It's super in depth. Like it, because the scene in the high desert is kind of similar as far as like the indie sort of, I guess just weird. I don't know, cup jeans, the culture.
Right.
But it's like on steroids in San Diego. Like it's blowing up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Everyone's really committed to the local scene, and that's really weird. I don't know. It's almost like too friendly.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool though.
to bounce off of that, like in the high desert, it's like a everybody knows everybody type of vibe. Like everyone who's at the show, we know.
Mhm.
Like we've been to In and Out with, you know what I mean? And San Diego was the first time I've seen that same kind of camaraderie, but in a huge city. Like everybody knows everybody, and like even I think it was our second time going there. It was like we saw Fashion Jackson for the first time, and then like we were the next day seeing them again at a different place, and then we met Lefties, and Lefties knew them, and they had played together. And it's just like it's it's crazy. Like everybody knows everybody in San Diego.
San Diego is very much so, and I'm speaking for all of us, so I hope this is not wrong, but San Diego is very much so like our second home. Like every time we play shows there, no one's stressed out, no one's like worried about what the crowd's gonna feel like, because we've played there enough now to where it's just like we play, people show up, and we always have fun. And we usually have a place to stay, whether we're like bunking with somebody's family member or we're hooking it up with like the Lefties or Fashion Jackson or something like that.
That's awesome. Like Shea Cafe and
yeah,
nice. So yesterday during the pre-show like interview, the ukulele like broke over your head. Did that actually happen? So
yeah.
I don't know if Nick will release that interview publicly, yeah, before the set they played this like pre-intro thing, and Thomas hit a ukulele like over your head and broke it. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. The beanie helped.
Saved his life.
Yeah.
Came in clutch.
It wasn't a ukulele. It was actually this like $6 guitar that I found at Goodwill, and so I put some strings on it. Didn't sound good because it's just some little toy guitar, but I never really did anything with it. So he was like, "Hey, can I break this somehow?" And I was like, "Sure, go ahead." And then I ended up just he just smashed it against my head, and I was like, "Yeah, I didn't really feel it. That was cool." And then he went and hit it against his own head, and
that was
tore out a lot.
Yeah, he tore out a lot of his own hair, but I was good because I had the beanie on.
I don't know if you could notice because it was like projected and the screen was waving and stuff, but that stressed me out so bad.
Oh yeah.
You see me just like
me and Jimmy were like
I'm,
sitting
like,
next to each
shaking.
other like
No.
It wasn't planned. We weren't like at the end of this video Paul's gonna get a guitar broken over his head. It was like in the moment Thomas was just like, "Hey, you know that shitty guitar in the corner? Can I smash that over your head, please?" Like,
at least you said please.
yes, he did say please.
Wait, did he?
I don't remember.
And yeah, speaking of, just I know yesterday was an emotional day for the band. It was Thomas's last show on drums. Was there? Yeah, how were the emotions playing? How did he feel about everything? Did he have a good time? It looked like a nice send off,
Mm-hmm. I'd say fun. I think I don't know, just from like the band starting, because it was like me and Tom, and then from then to now, overall the shows have gotten just more and more about just trying to get people to feel stuff. And I think when Jimmy and Paul and Shan, they all came on board, it was very clear that this is like a family now, and this family is going to, just projecting positivity and just, I don't know, just everything that we're about. To Tom is like, I think I want to leave, and then we play the show, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say fun. Like it really stayed fun.
Yeah.
It stayed how it's been, and how it was like when it first started and stuff.
Yeah.
And we knew. He told us, so and we were expecting it, and we had come to grips with this would be the last show, but it was incredibly fun. But actually getting on the stage, and every time a song ended, I was hit with that I'm gonna cry, that feeling where it's just your whole being is just start crying, dude. That was the end of every song, because I was like, wow, that's the last I'm gonna hit that G, and that's the last time we're gonna ring that note out together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless we go jam, but I'm trying to make it dramatic here for the interview. So, no, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was equal parts let's tear the roof off of this place, because this is the send off. But it was also really sad to just finish those songs and know that that's the last time me and Tom are gonna hit that note together. What was even more depressing is messing something up.
Oh yeah, that was me the entire set last night.
Yeah.
I had a few slip ups, and I was like, does it have to be this show?
Yeah, I
Do I
messed
have
up
to fuck
my
this show up?
favorite part of Nikki, and I was like, okay. I was like, well, there goes that. At least I had some good ones.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I think you guys have made it pretty clear, but it wasn't like he was getting kicked out or anything like that.
No.
It was very much him leaving on his own accord. And I think that's incredibly brave of him to do so, and realize what you need in your life and make that decision. I'm sure it was tough on everybody, but it was cool to see the fans kind of come together too, and just everybody, I don't know, it just felt like a really positive thing.
That was one of the things we were a bit worried out when he first worried out? Did I say worried out?
Yeah, you did.
Worried about when he first told us that he was going to be leaving is that we wanted to announce it to our social media because we didn't all of a sudden want like, oh, like, hey, that guy who like helped start the band? What the fuck happened to him?
Right.
And when we announced it, we were afraid that people would be like, because with a lot of younger bands that have been coming up in the past couple of years, there's been a lot of like cancellations because so-and-so did this to somebody and so-and-so did this to somebody. And we wanted to make sure that nobody thought like there was some sort of like really horrible accusation against him.
Right.
And we wanted to make sure that it was like, hey, he's leaving on his own, like just get support, and support flooded in immediately.
Yeah.
There was not a single message that was like, why this, why that?
Right.
No one asked any questions. It was just, hey, like, we wish him well.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the last thing we would ever want is for someone who is a fan of the Licks to be like, oh, well, Thomas left, screw Thomas, or like the other way around, because we still love each other, and we want everyone who was a fan of Thomas, everyone who's a fan of us, to just still nothing. Everything's good.
Yeah.
It's
great.
He's just in a different spot.
Different spot.
So.
Yeah, totally. And so, are you guys going to be continuing to play shows soon, and kind of keep touring and all this? Like, what are the next plans?
We're
harmonica
planning on we're not taking like a hiatus or a break or anything. We're taking a good chunk of time out during October to write and focus on some new music, as well as we're going to be playing the 2 festivals in September. So we're playing Minor League Music Festival, and then we're doing Escorted Trips, and then taking that little break to write, and then after that we are going to be playing Tropicalia, which is
amazing,
incredible. And then from there we are right now we are in the midst of planning a small West Coast tour.
Cool. Have you gotten out of California yet?
Nope.
No.
We are actually, the tour that we are planning will be the first time we will be playing outside of California.
Amazing. And you'll go like up to Seattle, Portland. Or, cool. Sweet. So yeah, just to find you guys to follow you, it's the socials or the Licks Official.
Yeah, the Licks Official on Instagram, and then the Licks with 2 S's on Twitter. We should probably change that.
Shout out to whoever took the Licks with 1 S.
Yeah. Was it Ska Licks?
Probably.
Give it to us.
Give it to us.
We actually, I met him last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There was a couple of our fans got so excited, and they were on Instagram on their story and like tagged us, and we're playing Lavender Kiss, like we're on our way to see you boys, and like they were super stoked. And then we were like, I called Chandler and I was like, are we supposed to be in LA tonight? And he was like, no, that's the Ska Licks. And we didn't know, like, we didn't know what to do. Like,
Yeah.
They went to the wrong Lick show. They were super cool about it. They were just like, yeah, we saw a show. They were good.
No.
And they came last night, and we actually got to meet them.
They were super sweet, and they were super like, I was like, I'm really sorry about that ska show, and they were like, no, like, it was just weird because they said they were almost to the end of the night, and like this band walked up, and they were waiting for us to walk up because they're familiar with our faces from social media and whatnot. And this random band walks up, and they're like, "Hi, we're the Licks," and they were like, "You're the what?" So it was cool to have them come and be like, "Hey," because the guy, and I don't know his name, so I apologize. He had a very distinct face, and I turned around after meeting a fan, and I saw him, and I was like, "You're the guy who went to the wrong show." And they were like, "Yeah." Yeah, it's us.
So they went to the wrong show, then came to the observatory.
Right
Yeah.
show.
Oh, that's awesome.
And by distinct face, he means that man was incredibly attractive.
He's a
and
very
I'm not
handsome
afraid
man.
to say it.
Shout out to the handsome man.
I love it. Cool. Well, yeah. Anything else you guys wanted to mention, or?
The Last Magna does beautiful work. Julian's an awesome human being, and Brad from Local Man Records. They're doing big things, and I think they have a label called Extinction Burst. It's really tight, super cool, like HD hardcore music.
Nice. The Last Magna shoots like in Barstow, right?
In Apple Valley.
Apple Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Our
I
last
love
two
that
singles
guy.
have been
He produced both of our last singles.
Oh no
Yeah.
way! That's amazing.
He's
yeah.
really, really a great dude. Like,
Yeah,
honestly, watch the living room sessions.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, I've discovered so many cool people. I think, because Not From England also did a session. And yeah, that was awesome. Shout out to the Last Magna. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. Thanks for stopping in. We're going to play a couple songs now, so stay tuned. And the Licks. Thank you guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are the Licks, and this song is called Secret Scenes. You can call, you can call me by any name that you like. On a foxy night, melted inside. Yes, I know for sure. Yes, I know how our bodies roam. Your father, he looks like a nice guy. We can make some money. Afternoon on Sunday, we can go to church, babe. I can read about the shit that never even happened. I don't wanna wait alone, it's surely better if you have a place to stay. I'd appreciate it. It won't take very long before I wake up and forget your name. Secret scenes and bloopers, baby, we're the future. Only thing I fear is if I were to lose you, you can't keep the tunes in. I can't sit and listen or lose weight. By the time you hear this, I'll be playing my Nintendo. I don't ever wanna let go. So if you're still around, don't stop. Bye, time to say goodbye. For me to decide if it's something that I really like. Oh, lie to my face, you lied. Fuck no, not this time. I really shouldn't have to ask why. Overstated that you love me. Crocodile in the front pit. Liquor cabin full of octane. Prince came, bring me towards you. The only honest times always on my mind. For me to decide if it's something that I really like. No, lie to my face, you lie.
the song is called Avery.
So clean, every waking hour, baby, on me. Whole lot of giving and taking. Space Invaders on the screen. Don't shake, taking candy from me, baby. Cold case, but I'm open for investigation. Busy bee, let it be, and pollinate. A bit too shy to follow up and swallow up my pride. Right as the rain on my bedside. Shit out of luck, I'm not a schmuck. Never took for waistline. Don't spill your guts on my clean sheets. Hate to disappoint your trembling weak knees. Well, I got shit to do, bills and laundry too. Don't think that you break me. I'm feeling kinda so clean. Every waking hour, baby, on me. We've been taking showers, playing Space Invaders when we both got something else to be. Don't shake, taking candy from you, baby. Cold case, but I'm open for investigating. Busy bee, let it be, play a game and maybe 3.
This song's called Nikki.
Back it up, just light it off. I don't wanna feel a thing. Check it out, I'm living in the West End with no TV. Put 'em up and hand me what you got. Pour it out like a glass of wine. Oh, I'd say you could come over, but I don't wanna fuck all the time. Nikki, baby, won't you settle down? I'm only out for the week. Oh, don't you wanna just settle down, settle down? settle down? I'm only out for the week. Oh, don't you honey, just settle down with me. Waking up to the taste of last night, I was just fine. You made me walk back home to the county, and I just wanted to tell you that you spent our next month's rent making love to the sound of your voice. Wasn't my choice, but I don't wanna be alone with my problems. I hoped you would have bailed me out. Now money is spent. Nikki, baby, won't you settle down? I'm only out for the week. Oh, don't you wanna just settle down in a house full of me? Nikki, baby, won't you settle down? I'm only out for the week. Oh, don't you wanna just settle down with me? Shaking up every bone in my body. You're the reason I've been trying to be on my own. But singing, I thought you said you loved the way that my voice gets out. Waking up to the sound of your crying was a best choice for the future and what it holds. I can promise that if something doesn't happen, I'm giving up. Don't you like me when I'm sober? Do you like it when I waste away? I'll never see you when you're sober. I only see you when you go away. Nikki, baby, won't you settle down? Only out for the week. Oh, don't you wanna settle down in a house full of me? Nikki, baby, won't you come around? This house never lets me leave.